In the annals of human history, few mysteries have captured the collective imagination quite like the lost city of Atlantis. Whispered about in hushed tones by scholars and pondered over by philosophers, this legendary metropolis has danced at the edge of our perception since its first mention by the Greek philosopher Plato some 2,400 years ago. He painted a picture of a place of wisdom and power, a beacon of knowledge and progress, yet ultimately a cautionary tale of hubris and divine retribution. But did Atlantis truly exist? Or is it merely a figment of Plato's philosophical fancy, a rhetorical device crafted to illustrate his theories on ideal societies? The implications of its existence or non-existence have reverberated through the ages, shaping everything from religious beliefs to scientific inquiry. And today, we find ourselves at the precipice of a new understanding, poised to delve into the depths of this enigma with a combination of cutting-edge technology, innovative thinking, and good old-fashioned detective work. Join me now on this journey as we sift through the sands of time, unearthing every clue, every whisper, and every fragment of evidence that might lead us to answer the age-old question. Our adventure begins, as all great adventures should, with a voyage back in time, back to the fertile ground of ancient Greece around 360 BC. This was a period when the intellectual elite of the Hellenic world gathered in the hallowed halls of Plato's Academy to discuss, debate, and dissect the very fabric of reality. It was here amidst these lively discussions that the concept of Atlantis first took root. According to Plato, Atlantis was situated somewhere beyond the Strait of Gibraltar, a place known in those days as the Pillars of Hercules. He described it not just as a city, but as a powerful naval empire whose might extended far and wide across the oceans. Its citizens were said to be of noble birth, their society structured around a rigid hierarchy of kings, priests, and commoners. Each level had its distinct duties and privileges, contributing to the harmonious functioning of the state. However, it was the wealth and advanced technology of Atlantis that truly captured Plato's attention, and by extension, ours. He claimed that the Atlanteans possessed not only vast stores of precious metals and gemstones, but also devices and machines far ahead of their time. Among these fabled contraptions were said to be chariots that ran on strange oars that emitted a powerful energy, weapons of precision and accuracy beyond compare, and even dwellings carved from the very bedrock of the seafloor. But why would a civilization so advanced, so prosperous, and seemingly so stable meet such a grim end? According to Plato, the Atlanteans had fallen victim to their own hubris. Their insatiable desire for power, wealth, and luxury had led them to wage wars they could not win, to corrupt the very core of their society. And, as punishment, the gods had visited upon them a terrible fate, either a devastating earthquake or a great flood, depending on the version, which had sunk the city into the sea, leaving no trace save for the faintest memory in the minds of men. And thus, Atlantis became more than just a city. It evolved into a metaphor, a symbol of what can happen when unchecked ambition collides with the wrath of nature and the indifference of the cosmos. It serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of human glory and the ephemerality of earthly grandeur. The passing centuries have not diminished the allure of Atlantis. If anything, its mystique has only deepened with time. Explorers, scientists, and historians have grappled with the idea of Atlantis, each bringing their unique perspective to the table. Some have sought to link it to real historical events, perhaps a tsunami or a volcanic eruption that wiped out an early civilization. Others have seen it as a purely mythological construct, a cautionary tale woven into existence to teach the Greeks, and by extension, us, valuable lessons about morality, society, and the consequences of unchecked ambition. Now let's turn our attention to the tantalizing question of location. Where exactly did Plato envision this legendary city to be found? His own writings are somewhat vague on the matter, offering us only a general direction, beyond the Pillars of Hercules, a phrase commonly understood to refer to the Strait of Gibraltar. This ambiguity has given rise to a plethora of theories, each more imaginative than the last. Some scholars suggest that Atlantis was nestled somewhere in the Mediterranean, perhaps off the coast of Greece or Italy, while others argue for a more exotic locale, such as the Caribbean or even the Sargasso Sea. These various theories have been fueled by everything from ancient texts to geological studies, each piece of evidence meticulously examined and debated by experts in the field. They've scoured the ocean floors, analyzed seismic data, and even delved into the realm of genetics, all in an attempt to uncover the secrets of Atlantis. Take, for example, the Greek islands. Santorini, once home to the Minoan civilization, has long been a popular candidate for Atlantis. The volcanic eruption that all but obliterated this Bronze Age society could be the natural disaster that Plato described. Then there's the intriguing possibility of the Azores Islands, a Portuguese archipelago that sits tantalizingly close to the midpoint between the Americas and mainland Europe. The island's unusual geology and history of volcanic activity have led some to speculate that they, too, could be the remnants of Atlantis. Even the Bermuda Triangle has been thrown into the proverbial hat, thanks to its reputation for mysterious disappearances and alleged links to ancient megalithic structures. Amidst these numerous theories, one name stands out as particularly intriguing: Madeira. This Portuguese island has recently become the focus of intense scrutiny due to a surprising piece of evidence: the testimony of an exiled priest named Cristóvão de Castro. According to Castro, who fled Madeira in the 17th century, he witnessed first-hand accounts from fishermen who discovered a submerged city not far from the coast. This lost city was not just a collection of dilapidated buildings, but an entire metropolis complete with grand structures and streets that hinted at a rich history. While these accounts may seem like little more than local folklore, they've inspired a recent expedition led by renowned underwater explorer Robert Ballard, the man credited with discovering the Titanic. Ballard and his team have been scouring the waters around Madeira in search of this submerged city, utilizing cutting-edge sonar technology to map the ocean floor with unprecedented precision. Their mission, much like the quests of yore, is fraught with challenges, from the sheer vastness of the ocean to the murky depths that shroud the potential site of Atlantis. Yet they press on undeterred, driven by the hope that they might just be on the brink of one of the greatest discoveries in human history. Now let's shift our focus from the realm of exploration to that of history itself. Could there be echoes of Atlantis in the historical record, whispers of a lost civilization that survived not in Plato's dialogues but in the artifacts and ruins scattered across our planet? Enter Herodotos, the Greek historian often dubbed the father of history. His monumental work, the Histories, chronicled the Greco-Persian Wars, a pivotal moment in ancient history. But within these tales of war and conquest, Herodotos makes a curious reference to an island named Thera, now known as Santorini. According to Herodotos, Thera was once home to a thriving civilization, but a catastrophic event, presumably the volcanic eruption, had caused it to be abandoned. Could this be the first historical record of Atlantis, a tangible link between Plato's writings and the real world? Venturing further back in time takes us to the enigmatic world of the Minoans. This Bronze Age civilization flourished on the island of Crete from roughly 2700 to 1450 BC. Renowned for their advanced culture, sophisticated art, and prowess in trade, the Minoans were seemingly at the height of their glory. Yet their story, too, was abruptly cut short, possibly by the same volcanic eruption that Herodotus described. Could the Minoans, with their coastal strongholds and extensive trade networks, be the inspiration for Plato's Atlantic Empire? The pieces of the puzzle seem to fit, but the mystery remains unsolved. And finally, let's talk about the legends. For centuries, tales of a great flood have echoed across cultures, each telling adding a unique thread to the tapestry of human experience. From the biblical story of Noah's Ark to the Mesopotamian epic of Gilgamesh, stories of deluge and rebirth have captivated humanity for millennia. Could these myths be more than just stories? Could they encapsulate the collective memory of a global catastrophe that befell Atlantis? Perhaps the key to unraveling the mystery of Atlantis lies not in a single piece of evidence, but in the convergence of multiple threads of history, geography, mythology, and science. By weaving together the disparate strands of evidence, we might just be able to form a coherent picture of this lost civilization. So, what do you think? Do you believe Atlantis existed, or is it nothing more than a captivating myth? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Thanks for joining me on this journey through time and intrigue. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep seeking the truth. Who knows? You might just be the one to solve the age-old riddle of Atlantis.